Look at these two swings here, okay? So obviously the blue line we discussed before, your shaft line, the green line now is kind of the swing plane line, the club's going to kind of swing under. Most of your swing now stays, as we look at the green line left of it, underneath on a better plane, better angle, okay? Your slight tendencies, okay, and this is where you start pulling them a little bit, okay, is when your club goes back, it goes back a little bit higher than that blue line. So a little bit slightly outside, it's kind of more on that green line and a bit steeper there. So at this point now, the club's not through your right forearm, okay? This one here now, see the club working up that blue line a bit more?
Yeah.
And the club now is through your right forearm. If you look at that there, it's not a lot of difference, is it? That club there's through your right forearm. So in theory, look at that club there. If I get a red line on that one, that red line, there you go. So there's your shaft. There's your shaft. That's the difference, okay? Now from this window you can still hit some reasonable shots, but if that club starts going a little bit more this way and you get a bit more tense, pull left, slice right. If you're here and you're relaxed as you're on here, all right. If you're there and you're tense, you might get away with it. So to bring a slightly more a round and flatter backswing kind of thing, as you said, top of the backswing, you're getting the club into a really, really strong position. Now the club face, we said before, perfect. I mean, literally like leading edge in your left forearm and the wrist now, absolutely spot on, okay? As that club then comes back down now, there is no forward motion with your hands whatsoever. As you come back in the golf ball here now, that club is more in line with your left forearm. And if you look at this shot here now, the club never gets outside that green line at all. Good shot. Whereas this one, just being a little bit steeper, still a good strong club face. As we get back to here, at this frame just before impact there, that club head now is probably hitting that green line, yeah? Okay. Only a fraction, but again, this level now, it is only talking inches, millimetres and whatever. It makes a big difference, okay? So when you're slightly on that green line more or slightly steeper, there's any tension or an uneven lie or anxiety or wind or any of these variables that can kick on a golf course, that swing will break down under a bit more pressure, okay? This one on the right-hand side, where there's a little bit less issues, if there's a bit of an issue with the lie or the wind or whatever, it will be a better miss. So that will maybe 10 or 15 yards offline, that could be 25, 30 yards offline. Left or right, depending on what your club face does at impact, okay? Because you're coming slightly across the golf ball. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So just be careful that club going back a little more on the inside. I think with the driver it's more natural because the club's further away to do this, which is why maybe your drivers are going quite good. Okay? I think try to sort of get some triggers and social and sort of psychological responses to kind of relaxing, whether it's music, whether it's a drink, whatever it may be. When you're on the range, hit good shots, try and create a sort of a reaction to that by drinking a certain drink or drinking or doing something, having a piece of music in your ear or whatever it may be, and relate these good positive thoughts to that song, that drink, whatever it may be, okay? Again, no matter what you do, you find your own thing that works, okay?
Yeah.
Some guys listen to music, some guys have certain food, some guys just shrug their shoulders, have sort of like, I mean, look at Dan Bigger doing head, shoulders, knees and toes, like Johnny Wilkins doing the old hands here, like Farrell's doing his all like looking this way. Their own unique thing that helps them get into kind of a calm state to kick the rugby ball through the post.
Right.
Find the same with your golf swing. Okay, mate?
Great. Thanks.
Make sense?
Great, thanks.
Good stuff, mate.